The wall buy problem is a problem that not many individuals are talking about. The community isn't even talking about it, and I really am wondering why. But I know what killed it. The loadout system. Alright, let's talk about one of the biggest problems in Black Ops 6 Zombies. The loadout system. Yeah, I get it, being able to spawn in with your favorite weapon sounds cool in theory, but in reality, it's absolutely killing the entire Zombies experience. Wall buys, useless. The mystery box, barely relevant, baby. And worst of all, it makes every single match feel the exact same. So let's break it down. It's your host, the best gamer of all time, Thy Slay Gaming, and we are about to ruin the loadout system because the loadout system is just awful in my opinion. So let's just get into it. Remember when starting a game with zombies felt like an actual journey? You spawn in with your little starter pistol, desperately saving points for a wall weapon, and then pray to the RNG gods that the mystery box would bless you with something good. Every match had a natural progression. You started weak, got stronger, and if you survived long enough, you'll end up decked out with wonder weapons and a pack-a-punch gear. It felt rewarding, baby. But in Black Ops 6, none of that exists anymore. Now you spawn in with a fully kitted out gun that you personally chose, completely skipping the early game progression. It's like showing up to the race already at the finish line. Why are you playing the game then? And because of this, wall buys are now completely useless. Like, why would I ever spend points on a wall weapon when I already spawned in with an upgraded gun? And also, gobblegums are here to give you more of a boost. I do enjoy the gobblegum system, but the loadout system and the gobblegum system both in the same game just feels boring. Back in the day, wall weapons were clutch. Maybe you ran out of ammo, or maybe you just needed a reliable weapon in a bad situation. Now, they're just expensive decorations. Like seriously folks, I feel bad for whoever programmed them because nobody is touching them. And don't even get me started on the mystery box. This used to be the most exciting part of zombies. You scrap together your points, hit the box, and hope to pull the ray gun, the thunder gun, or even just a solid LMG now. Most players just ignore it because they already have their meta weapons right from the start. The mystery box went from being a thrilling gamble to just, maybe I'll hit it if I'm bored, maybe. The suspense is now gone. The excitement is now dead. There was meta weapons back then in COD Zombies, but the only way to get them was by the luck. You can end up spending thousands and thousands of points while maybe your friend gets the best weapons in the game with maybe only 2 box hits. But let's be real folks, the only reason why anyone actually cares about the loadout system is because of the camo grind. You're not picking weapons based on what's fun, you're picking whatever you need to grind the next challenge with. This turns zombies into a glorified shooting gallery instead of the survival horror mode it was meant to be. Back in the day, I didn't need an incentive to play zombies. I played because it was fun. Now it feels like I have to chase a camo or a battle pass tier just to justify playing the game. And because of that, it just makes me feel like, wow, this is the game. This is Black Ops 6. It's okay. Zombies used to be about adapting to what the game threw at you. Maybe you got a bad weapon from the box. Maybe you had to rely on an underwhelming wall weapon for a few rounds. But that's what made it fun. You had to think on your feet, switch up strategies, and work with what you had. And before anyone says, hey, just spawn in with the pistol, problem solved, that doesn't actually fix anything. You want to know why? Because thanks to the way the Black Ops 6 point system works, everything gives you the same amount of points anyways. Whether you're using a shotgun, an SMG, or a basic pistol, you're still getting 90 or 115 points per kill. there's no incentive to use weaker weapons to build up points. And I'm not actually even talking about a point gun. I'm actually just talking about the fact that the progression is just really bad because of the loadout system. The loadout system, it just makes you immediately strong. It just makes you just like super OP from the early rounds. And since the pistol is strong enough to one-shot early rounds, you're still breezing through the game. The loadout system completely erases the tension and struggle of early game zombies. But here's the thing with camo grinding. Going back to camo grinding, I think camo grinding should not be a core part of zombies. If you really want to grind for hours, directed mode already exists. You can stay on the same round for as long as you want and farm to your heart's content. And let's be honest, that's what most people use it for anyways. Yet, despite all that grinding, does it even feel worth it? Not like really, does it feel worth it? Because it feels like not really, because Treyarch keeps dropping paid bundles with weapons that already look cooler than any camo you can unlock. You can spend hours grinding a camo just to equip it on one of those bundle weapons, only to realize, wait, this doesn't even look good on this weapon at all. Like the bundle by itself just looks good. I don't even need to put a camo on it. Meanwhile, let's say for example that you don't even want to spend money on anything, right? You put like so many hours into this game, you actually got your gun all the way to the max camo, right? And it's like, oh wow, this looks pretty cool, you know, it looks pretty cool to you, but someone else just spent 20 bucks and their weapon looks cooler than yours because they just spent 20 bucks on it, on a way cooler looking gun instantly. So again, what's the point of the loadout system? If camo grinding is meaningless and only benefits those who already have time to burn, why should it dictate on how the entire zombies experience plays out?
Think of Kino der Toten. You start off with nothing but your 1911. You'll more than likely buy the M14 wallbuy in the spawn room, or the Olympia if you ate too many crayons in school.
This lovely gentleman right here is named Watermelon Sniper, and right now he actually has a few things to say, and we're actually going to take a moment, sit back, and actually listen to what he has to say. First of all, I don't know about you, I like buying the Olympia, I just want to add that in there. But let's actually take a moment, folks. Let's actually listen what he's going to say about the wall buy situation, because you guys already know my opinion. It's time to know the community's opinion.
Before working your way to an MP40 or M16, significant upgrades that help you fight the Horde. Compare this to a map like Terminus. You're never going to purchase the Tonto 22 off the wall to help you reach the XM4 wallbuy. You're just going to spawn in with the XM4, ready with all of your attachments, and upgrade its rarity as you go.
Yes, this is what I'm talking about. I get how the progression system is now different, where you're leveling up the tiers of the weapons, but it makes wall buys just pointless. Like, why add them? You can spawn in with a meta weapon and just keep on going. And with the inclusion of the Vulture Aid, it just makes it worse. I just want to say salvage isn't bad, but it's just the loadout system. Let's take a moment, folks, and pray that Black Ops 7 doesn't have the loadout system.
Between rounds 16 and 20, these wall buys further increase to epic rarity, and finally, after round 20, wall buys have a chance to upgrade to legendary. In and of itself, this is one positive aspect of the new wall buy system. That being said, I would still make a few changes to these thresholds to further help make wall buys a viable option. By the end of round 5, all wall weapons should be uncommon. By the end of round 10, all wall buys should be rare. This could help give wall weapons a great head start. And on maps like Liberty Falls or the Tomb, you'll likely be going for the free Ether Tool upgrade. And
so I like where he's going with this. He's talking about changing the time frame where they move on to next rarity. But I wonder if he will get into the mystery box discussion, because man, oh man, I miss that box. I just hit the box every once in a while to make sure it still feels love. I love you, box.
In addition to this change, I have one more rarity-related update that could significantly help the wall buy system. Simply put, once you obtain any weapon of a single rarity, all wall buys on the map should upgrade immediately to that rarity. If you get a rare weapon from the box on round 3, congrats. Every wall buy in the map is now rare. This could also give gobblegums like Respin Cycle another reason to exist. Respinning a rare weapon from the box gives you an increased chance to roll an epic rarity weapon. Even if you don't pull the weapon that you want from the box, you're immediately put at an advantage as every wall buy in the map is upgraded.
I'm not too sure about this. It's one of those things that sound good on paper, but I think that might ruin the flow of the game and make it too easy. Right now, Black Ops 6 does have an issue with difficulty. I feel sometimes it's too easy and sometimes it just scales up to a flipping bullet sponge mode. I think what this will do will just jeopardize the early game of zombies, which is already easy enough in my opinion. I do like the idea of rarity changing sooner because I don't believe legendary weapons should be at round 30. That's just too far away. So far, I like what he's saying. I actually like the video. The video is absolutely amazing. He really seems like he put a lot of passion into this video. I do disagree with that one point. I feel like it might ruin the early games.
Ammo mods provide a lot of variety and fun to the game. My proposal here is simple. Give 2 or 3 wall buys on the map an ammo mod that's ready to go when you buy it. Add some sort of ethereal glow around it to give it more personality. And these ammo mod equipped wall buys could even change every few rounds.
I love that idea. Ammo mods is a thing that my friends sometimes forget, and for them to include that in the wall buy will actually give players reasons to buy them, and I personally wouldn't mind if the cost went up a bit because that will make sense. I feel like ammo mods are at a weird place because I feel like in a weird way people don't think it's that important, but this might show even more players that they actually really are important. But let's actually continue watching the video.
Dropped at the beginning of Season 2. Alongside it, the iconic PPSH and the brand new LMG, the Fang 82. However, these two weapons aren't even wall buys on the tomb. Once you reach the tomb's subterranean temple, you'll see a GPMG wall buy. Why isn't this wall buy for the Fang, the brand new LMG? I'll tell you why. Activision wants you to buy either a bundle or battle pass tiers for you to use the new weapons at the beginning of the season. I'm using the Fang as an example here as LMGs are my favorite class of weapons in COD. If I launched into the tomb, bought the Fang as a wall buy and loved it, I honestly might buy a new bundle with the cool Fang blueprint so I can start adding my own attachments and camo grinding right away. Having the new weapons as wall buys and zombies maps might even help get more multiplayer or Warzone players into zombies to try them out and start leveling them up.
Yes, this makes no sense to me either. They are so focused on the money-making aspect and just trying to monetize everything. I would not be surprised they charge their own employees for them using the bathroom. I think adding the new weapons and the zombies map will make players from multiplayer, Warzone, or even people who are like into playing older Call of Duties like Black Ops 3 custom maps like I do, they might actually come into Black Ops 6 Zombies on that new map and might purchase that gun off the wall just to see how it feels. And if they actually like it, then they could probably purchase that bundle. I agree with what this guy has to say. I agree with it. But let me tell you guys what I think they should do in my personal opinion. One of the first steps would be make loadouts weaker. Let players spawn in with just a pistol again so progression actually feels rewarding. Number 2, reduce ammo drops. Force players to rely on wall buys and box weapons to keep the game dynamic. Add more exclusive mystery box weapons. Make the box essential again instead of an afterthought. The next point would be make survival actually matter. If every gameplay is the same, why even play? And also, zombies isn't supposed to feel like a routine. It's supposed to be chaotic, unpredictable, and full of surprises. Right now, it's just a glorified XP farm. Black Ops 6 Zombies still has the potential, but as long as every match plays the same, it's never gonna feel as exciting as it used to. Loadouts might make grinding easier, grinding those amazing camos, but at what cost? The core experience is suffering, and if Treyarch doesn't do something soon, well, zombies will just be another soulless mode people will play for unlocks. Back in the golden days of zombies, the mystery box was the heart of the game. You needed it. You weren't getting far with just a wall buy MP40 or an Olympia. If you wanted to survive, dominate, and flex on your friends like me, one of the best gamers of all time, super attractive, wearing the orange suit, maybe you already know, you had to gamble your hard-earned points on the box. See, in World at War and Black Ops 1, the box had the weapons, the ray gun, the thunder gun, Winter's Howl. If you didn't use it, you were dead. Black Ops 2 and Black Ops 3 was still great, but we started seeing a little bit of cracks. For an example, like Horizon Drock, there was the bows. The bows. I feel like Pennywise right there when I said that. What about your bow? Then we get to Cold War Zombies, and the box was officially dead, let's just be honest here, because loadouts killed the need for the box. You started with like an LMG, for example. No more pistols, no more. And even if you get people that say, dude, just spawn in with your pistol, dude, you should just spawn in. Let me tell you something, okay? I want to say this right now. If you spawn in with the pistol in Cold War Zombies, you can kill zombies in 2 hits compared to original Call of Duty Zombies, where you actually had to shoot them about 6 times in the first round. No, the way that the game is designed, the point system, the rarity system, everything, literally destroyed that whole concept of spawning in with the pistol. Because if you spawn in with the pistol, you're still pretty strong, right? So the loadout system not only made your weapon stronger, it made every weapon kind of just strong in the beginning, it also killed the box. But folks, let's talk about it. How can we fix this? So, is the mystery box doomed forever? Not necessarily. Treyarch could bring it back to life, and it's very simple. Bring back classic RNG fun. Make it worth the risk again. Not just a loot crate nobody wants to open. And not only that, I do actually think that we should possibly remove the loadout system. I keep saying it to the hallelujahs. Just remove that loadout system because it really is messing up everything. It does. It's not. No, it's not good. But the mystery box used to be essential. Now it's just a joke, right? Unless Treyarch makes some major changes in Black Ops 6 right now, it will remain just another relic of the past, another forgotten part of zombies history. But what do you think? Do you still use the mystery box, or is it dead to you? Let me know in the comments, and if you enjoyed this deep dive, drop a like and subscribe for more. So make sure you hit that subscribe button. Anyways, Best Gamer signing off.